Hello and welcome to another Demon 212 PC review. Today I'm going to be taking a look at Duke Nukem 3D Atomic, which if you've never played it before, it's basically a first person shooter, and personally I think it's one of the best that's ever been made. At the start here you've got new game, play on 10, which is the multiplayer mode, options, which is standard stuff. You can edit the controls, but you have to do that out of game in the game setup file. Load game, which is standard, help and credits, which are standard as well. At a new game you get a choice between 1 of 4 chapters. Obviously you'll go through them as you go, you don't have to change the chapter every time you complete one, it just continues on, which is good. And then there's also choice of difficulty level, which I'm just going on the easy one, just simply because it's hard enough playing a game and reviewing it. Then again though, seeing as I'm going to have to use a cheat to show off some of the decent weapons, I might as well use a cheat for infinite health. There we go. So, being a first-person shooter, it's got standard stuff. You go around shooting the crap out of the enemies, and as I say, you've got some sweet weapons to do it with, like this treble-barreled machine gun over here. You've also got a shotgun, and one of these weapons around here somewhere is machine gun rocket launchers. Very, very nice. Whole point is, as I say, although you go around shooting the crap out of things, there's secret areas all over the place, but you don't really need to do those. And you get at the end of a level when you know you've found the Nukem symbol type thing, and you have to break the glass, activate it, go on to the next level. 39 levels overall, some of which are secret, just what I was saying with the secret areas. There's some which obviously lead to other levels, and then there's some which lead to items and that, things like your jetpack, which is very useful. Quite easy to control, but it can be a bit difficult. It's one of them things where again you need to get the setup of the controls right for it really. There's things like the Holo Duke, which is very useful. That just basically spawns a holograph in case you didn't work it out, and on multiplayer games it can come in very handy, because on multiplayer games you can actually trick some people up with. You can also get things like X-ray vision and key cards, which is what I need for that. So just things like that. There's also, as you can see, loads of half-naked beards all over the place, and there's a load of crude humour in the game. It's one of the things that makes the game as fun, the fact that there's just loads of humour all over the place, and one-liners, like the infamous line, "It's time to kick ass and chew bubblegum, and I'm all out of gum." Then there's the one where, for example, you find the Duke Nukem machine itself, as if to say that, yes, we know that we've had other games, but I personally like it when games do that. You've got that one, and he finds it, you activate it, and he says, no, I don't have time to play with myself right now. So loads of crude humour, loads of fantastic level design, just loads of great gameplay really. There's 11 weapons overall though, just getting back to the weapons, and there's this freeze one here which is pretty cool. And one of the things you can do, if you're able to work it out, you can do a bit of a Russian dance with your boots. So I always like doing that, just simply because I love the ending sequence of Zangief on Street Fighter 2, and I always like to do that just simply to the music. But not really much else left to say other than the fact that I think it's personally, as I say, one of the best FPSs ever made. Well worth a look, well worth a download. Fantastic asking price for it, because it's one of them that is going to keep you busy for the 39 levels, and then because of the amount of secrets all over the place, then it's going to keep you busy finding them as well. It's also rock hard in places, so again it's one of them things where it'll keep you coming back for the challenge, because even after you've beat the game 100 times before, there'll still be sections where you'll still die and die and die. Graphically, as you can see, things are pretty good looking, but you can tell it's an old game. I mean, it's not exactly Gears of War or anything like that. And musically, there's some fantastic pieces, you just have to find them. Because, unfortunately, this mission here is relatively quiet. So I'm just going to cut into a different section, try and get some music playing. So there we go then, that was some of the music, and that is one of the best weapons on the game. I absolutely love the shrink rate. It's just fantastic to be able to go around shrinking everything. Again, on the multiplayer it's even better, because you can just shrink people and stomp on them. It's one of the things that I used to do a lot on the multiplayer, and I also love the teleporters, because the teleporters actually take your ammo, so you could sit behind a teleporter and just fire rockets through and they'd come out randomly. So again, pretty cool. Well, that's everything I've got to say. But if you're sitting there watching this, thinking that you'd love to get your hands on this game, but you can't find it anywhere, or maybe you used to own it and you're having the same problem that you can't find it anywhere because you want it back, or maybe you've been able to find it, but you can't actually run it on your system because it's too powerful. If so, then get yourselves over to GOG.com. They've got a fantastic range of games that are all XP and Vista compatible, and the best part is there's no DRM, something that they're proud to advertise on the front page of their site. There's also forums where you can go and ask for help or just chat about your old favourites, and if there's a game you're looking for that they don't have, then add it to the wish list so that one day it might be added.